Ohio, and they have drafted in Mario Farnbacher this week. So on that first lap then, it was the west hairpin, or the braking area for it, that caught out the Alfa Romeo. Nice save by...
Within a couple of tenths of a second of the lap record.
Spin for Ted Giovannis. And I think he's kept it out of the wall at turn 1, 2. Yes, he has. There's no damage to the TJM Aston Martin. Oh, he judged that perfectly with the amount of lock. Made the change from port. Just off to the west, actually, over turn 2. There's a huge burn going on at the moment, which keeps catching my eye. And a spin for Frank Depew in the number 71 Urban Grid Camaro. That's the Rebel Rock Racing car. That might be another yellow, because I don't think that car's going anywhere. Hard into the wall. No, the front end is too broken up there, Frank. I think they need to be on the radio to him. Robin Liddell. Problem out on the racetrack down at turn 1. And there's a Porsche involved. It's got right rear suspension damage. It's the number 28 Porsche Naples car. That is the second place car. And there's been contact with another vehicle now. Has that? It's definitely a right rear tyre problem, but the
numbers the Turner.
95 or 96.
Right, it was the 95.
Okay.
Yeah, easy to get the 2 and the 9 mixed up, isn't it?
Yeah.
When I'm trying to get out of its way.
Yeah, indeed. So that was a very nasty moment for Eric Filgreras as he was braking into turn 1. Car snapped to the right, nosed into the wall. There's a right rear puncture. Hard to tell whether that was cause or effect. And Chad McCumbee coming as the next car along.
It was cause. Something caused that car to swap ends.
Without an approved jack stand, that will be a drive-through for those cars. There's been an incident coming into the backstretch chicane. That looks like the Alpha and one of the Rockwell cars, I think, as well. It is the Alpha, the number 5 car, which was the leader of the class, Mark Wilkins, and that car is destroyed around the front end. There's an Audi involved as well. Roy Block behind the wheel. As through goes Mark Wilkins.
Closed, then there would be an additional penalty. Let's have a look here what happens.
Oh, Roy just lost it under braking and speared to the right twice and got pinballed through the rest of the field. Very odd. So I think Roy, who'd restarted in the lead, had already lost some ground there coming out of the
well,
high-speed portion of the track.
Yeah, probably before they got there, and yeah, gosh, that's unfortunate.
Alex Rockwell, by the way, was the other car. It was the number 10 Rockwell machine at turn 6. So that was another incident. Was the Alpha involved in that? Yes, it was, and also one of the Mercedes there.
That's number 11 car.
So there was a Schmozzle coming onto the high bank. So the Will Sports Mercedes involved. There was a spin from that car into the front of the TCR field. I think that's what's happened there. The Alpha gets caught up in that fairly early, gets a clip. The hard car has an even harder hit on the red and white Mercedes, and that's done considerable damage to the front. A couple of the Hyundais had to run over the debris. I think there was a little clip on the rear of the Alpha.
They just went from bad to worse there for that KMW team. Let's have a look again coming up into turn 6 of a replay we're looking at now. The Alpha's already lost the position to the number 98 car of Mark Wilkins, and then Chris Wilson. It was a vastly experienced, unlike him to make a mistake, but it appeared that he did. Problem with the car?
No, car's good. We just have him on a little bit older tires than some of the guys around him, but you know, Jerome's one of the best. He's managing. Right now, we're a little concerned about the right rear. We have been all weekend. Saw what happened to the 28 car, and you know, he's just being smart, taking it easy. I'll probably be doing the same thing, at least so we get that thing way up to pressure. And, you know,
lapping very consistently in the low to mid 154s, even through traffic. Had a wee bit of traffic that time. Oh, huge incident. Oops. And that is the
Carbon.
39 Carbon,
Wow.
Jeff Westboil car. He's been in the wall with that car.
Wow.
On one of the faster parts of the circuit. There's fluid coming out the back. This will be a full course caution. This is almost the identical damage on the left front of that car as we saw earlier on from the other car. The left front's been in the wall, and so is the right rear.
Yeah,
that's exactly what we saw earlier on. That same damage on the other image there.
No, it's tire shredded.
Let's see what happened. Lost it low down in the fourth turn and did a complete rotation, and
180.
Yeah, and the tyre has folded underneath that car as it lost the air from it. Shay Adam is back in the pit lane. Hello, Shay.
Hello.
What can you tell us about that Carbon machine?
Not the Carbon machine, actually, but the RS1 machine, because as I was coming back into the pit lane, thank you, Nick Damon, for covering while I had to go over and host a Porsche Q&A, I ran into Eric and his co-driver, Stephen